I'm Jimmy Chang, and in this episode I'm going to share video footage from a recent family trip to Hawaii that we took while addressing the common question, why is the Onewheel so expensive? Before I go into the Onewheel question, here's some footage of how we got to Hawaii with the Onewheel. Check out the links in the description for full articles and videos if you have interest. We took an airplane from Denver to Maui, and guess what? It wasn't cheap flying our family of 6, but it was worth it. Because what's the alternative? Driving to the West Coast and then taking a boat? Well, to transport the Onewheel Plus that we brought in as checked luggage, we used this case by SKB. I thought I would be the only one traveling with such a case, but I was wrong. Saw many at the airport. This case was expensive, but it's durable and waterproof and made it through the TSA security. So for me, it was worth it. Once in Hawaii, because of the time difference compared to Denver, I was waking up really early. We took advantage of this and we did the road to Hana, our first day on the island, to visit my cousin. You can check out my other video for that full adventure. The rest of the trip, I took advantage of the extra time in the morning to sneak out and to cruise around Ka'anapali on my Onewheel. On this particular day, my son had the same idea to get up early, only he did so he could play Fortnite while sitting in the middle of paradise. To him, I guess, that's worth it. So the question, why is the Onewheel so expensive? It's a valid question. I would say that because the Onewheel is so unique and Future Motion is bringing us a product that has never been produced at a scale like this, that there are a lot of costs involved. I'm sure there's a lot of research and development that went into their product, and then there are plenty of lawyer and legal fees being paid to help protect their patents and their design as copycats emerge. People will throw down $1,000 or more for the newest iPhone, or $2,000 or more for the newest MacBook Pro. These things are expensive, but the owners find joy in these Apple products, and so they are willing to pay for them. To these people, spending money on an expensive Apple product is worth it. So the other question to ask about the Onewheel should be, is it worth it? Does the joy the Onewheel bring you, does it justify the cost? This is going to be different for each person. Unlike people who feel the iPhone is worth it, I'd rather spend my money elsewhere. So when I get a new phone, I usually pay no more than $300 for an Android phone, and it does me just fine. Is the Onewheel worth it to me? Heck yes. At the time of publishing this video, I will have owned my first Onewheel for 6 months. The Onewheel has brought me so much immediate joy that when I first got the Onewheel, I started this YouTube channel. That led me to starting a Onewheel blog, oneradwheel.com. And I did this all just so that I could spread the Onewheel gospel. When I'm not riding, I'm offering to teach people to ride. The Onewheel is so worth it to me, I now have 3 of them. I love that floaty feeling on my Onewheel, and it has gotten me out of the house and exploring my surroundings. Because of my Onewheels, I've found new places in my own neighborhood and city. I've met so many new and interesting people, and I love it so much that I've taken it on my last 4 trips to Hawaii, New York City, and Southern California. But like I said earlier, whether a Onewheel is worth it to you is all relative. Look at Sly Dog Stro and his YouTube channel. He uses his Onewheel to commute regularly. You can tell through his videos that he loves his Onewheel, and to him, the cost was worth it. On the flip side, I've met and communicated with many people who do not think the Onewheel was worth it. Most of these people I met during my searches for a used Onewheel. You can learn more about my adventures looking for a used Onewheel on my most recent video of how to buy a used Onewheel. People who feel the Onewheel is not worth it tend to fall into 2 camps. Number 1, either they fell early, usually during the first week, trying to break some speed record and they don't want nothing to do with it. Or number 2, they just felt unsteady on the board and didn't take the time to learn.
You have 2 of them?
Yeah, the original one and XR.
What? Oh, man. Let me figure out how to get off here. Alright, shaka. Alright, cool. Thanks, man. Enjoy.
That was a fun experience meeting that gentleman who owns 2 Onewheels and is an avid one-wheeler. During this trip to Hawaii, I actually ran into a couple people that were familiar with the Onewheel. One person actually knew of my channel and came out to me on the beach and asked if I was Johnny Chang from YouTube. I thought that was pretty funny. And this tiki head was carved for me by a Polynesian wood carver who I became friends with, who I met while on my Onewheel. And you can see that in one of my prior videos. So at this point, I saw the kids all gathered around something near the shore. I ran over with my GoPro and it ended up being a Hawaiian green sea turtle. I threw on my snorkel, we jumped into the water, and by the time I got into the water with my snorkel, we had lost the sea turtle. But we saw plenty of fish. So as I show you some footage of us searching for the sea turtle and just playing in the water, I want to talk about the sea turtle. In Hawaiian, they call it the honu. These reptiles are not known for their speed, but they are known for their agility. They can often be found near the rocky shores, munching on algae growing on the rocks. They're very agile, being able to maneuver through these rocky areas despite the big waves. The Hawaiians consider them good luck, a symbol of endurance, and to be able to swim with them, to swim with one, is considered a magical experience. And I can tell you it was a very magical experience. It was really cool to see this turtle swimming around. We tried our best to keep our distance, but the turtle would just swim wherever it wanted to swim, and so we would just get out of the way. So I can draw an analogy here with the sea turtle and the Onewheel. Riding the Onewheel is a magical experience, just like swimming with the sea turtle. The sea turtle is all about the stoke, all about being agile and maneuvering, just like the Onewheel, which is not so much about the speed. And if you've ever had the experience to swim with the sea turtle, you'll know that it's worth it, and it made this trip worth it. So people put their money into things that bring them joy. Living in Colorado, skiing and snowboarding are very popular activities. The other day I went skiing with my family and I saw that the day pass was going for almost $200. Each year we get ski passes and a deal where we can buy one adult and get one kid free, which saves us and our family of 6 a ton of money. If you were to buy an individual ski pass, say an Epic or Icon ski pass, to ski or snowboard the many resorts included in those passes, you'd pay $900 for a full ski season.
I can't see.
Then there's the cost of all the gear that you either buy or you rent, not to mention the time and the cost to travel to get to the ski resorts. It's expensive, but many people find it worth it. I bought my last used Onewheel for $900, and you can see that experience on my last video about me buying a used Onewheel. If I take care of the Onewheel, I hope to be able to ride it for many years to come, day or night, during the spring, summer, fall, and winter. If I want to Onewheel, I'll put on my helmet and wrist guards, I'll walk out my front door, and I'll be able to go for a ride. No long drive, no traffic, no waiting in lift lines, no yearly costs other than the electricity it takes to charge the Onewheel. Going to Hawaii may not be worth it to everyone, especially if you're just going to sit at the hotel playing Fortnite the entire trip. To me, spending the money to go to Maui was worth it. We got to go visit family in Hana. We got to hike through rainforests. We got to make friends with Polynesian wood carvers in Lahaina. We got to snorkel with turtles and fish. We got to visit an amazing blowhole. And most importantly, we got to enjoy time together as a family. Whether or not the Onewheel is worth it to you is what you make of it. Take the time to learn, respect, and understand the Onewheel, and you'll have a great time making tons of memories. Disrespect the Onewheel rules, and you'll likely get hurt and have to give up the Onewheel. Be like the sea turtle. It's all about the stoke. It's all about being agile and majestic. It's all about chilling on the beach. If you own or have owned a Onewheel, is it worth it to you? Why and why not? If you're thinking about buying a Onewheel, why do you think a Onewheel would be worth it to you? I read each and every comment. I love to see your comments below. I appreciate all of you for watching and for subscribing. Thank you for supporting my videos. Each video takes a lot of time and effort to put together, and I just want to make sure that all of you know that I think you guys are worth it.